Are you wondering how to make felt heart crafts? Well, if so, then you're on the right video because today I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about making rainbow felted hearts. Hey everyone, I'm your fiber artist host Jody, and on this channel I share needle felting videos from tutorials with tips and tricks, and even have some product reviews and giveaways from time to time. So if this interests you, please consider subscribing and showing your support for this channel. And if you want to know more about anything you see here in this video, be sure and check the links in the description below or leave me a comment because I'd love to connect with you there. So let's get started, you guys, and I'm going to show you everything that you'll need. All right, so today you're going to need your rainbow colors of choice. I am choosing to do mine in the brights, and then also just some filler loose wool. It's not as expensive as this wool, and this is where we'll start. And then since I'm doing colored, I have my initial felting pad and then the felting pad once I get to coloring. So you'll want those two. Your favorite needle felting needles, or the ones that work best with the type of wool that you're using. I've got my pin as well, my favorite scissors for trimming if needed, and then the tape measure so I know the appropriate size to make it. So make sure you get one of those too. These fabric ones are super handy and helpful and don't take up too much space. And remember, I'm gonna have all this stuff linked for you guys below in the description. I also wanted to mention really quick, I have just a simple felted heart video if you're looking to make just a plain design, and I'm going to link that in the description for you below as well, and I have a playlist where you can check all these videos out too, and don't forget to check those out in case you're looking for any more felting ideas. Now let's get to felting. First thing is first, I'm going to get this my color out of the way. Don't need my pin quite yet. Tape measuring, scissors later. My needle out. Take your loose wool, and it helps in this part if you don't pull it apart too much, but start to give it its shape already for what you want to felt it into. Ours is the heart, obviously. And then I like to squeeze it down. Kind of get an idea for what it'll feel like once I start to get it all felted nice and tight and solid. Kind of check its shape here. I'm gonna measure it. It's about 6 inches. Leave that out. I'm shooting to make this between 3.5 to 4 inches. And then just start piercing your wool. You can hear it's going through and hitting the mat. Start tucking it all together nice and tight, outlining it, and then just continue this step until you have it your shape of a heart and it is nice and solid. Switch sides and do the same on this side, around the edges. Start to tuck them down and in. Just be sure you're going straight in and out of the wool with your needle. You're not getting too wobbly with it so you don't break the tip of your needle. All right, just keep working it until it is nice and solid and firm. Mine's almost shrunk down an inch. Break out my felting pin now. This one uses 3 felting needles, but I only have 2 in it at the moment. I found that I liked 2 better than 3. Are you guys getting excited seeing it start to take shape here? You know, you're getting closer to adding the color on your project. This is the process where it really takes a decent amount of time. But if you do it right here, adding the color will go so much smoother. All right, you guys, now that it's to this point, we're gonna go ahead and start adding our color onto it. So I'm gonna change my felting mat here. I'm gonna start with the purple a little thicker up around this corner of the heart. Kind of a thin line down the side, and then a little bit thicker over the corner. And this will wrap around the same, so to say, on the back. So I'm gonna line the purple out how I wanna coat it as well. So be careful when you are adding your purple here. Kind of create a line and give yourself a little bit extra room, and think about your other colors that you're gonna be adding on to this as well and saving room for them. It's always easier to add more wool than have to try and take wool off or cover it up. And then you can see on the back, the purple coming through onto the white. Be careful to not poke it too far, because you're gonna add colors as well and you don't want them meshing into each other. See the white coming through as well. Just be careful with your pokes. I'm not gonna stress felting that down. I'm just gonna go ahead and get all the colors added on. So next up is blue. And then just continue adding blue onto the other side as well. Next up, you're gonna add some of your color green. Obviously. And lastly, some red on the top corner. You can see here I punched a little of the red through, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some orange back on over the top of that. Now you can see that everything is pretty loosely felted. I'm gonna go ahead and continue to felt it until it is all nice and tight and firm and all the fibers are tucked. So you can go ahead and just do the same too. As you're doing it, just be sure and be focusing on your lines and making them nice and straight between each color. You need to go in and add a little bit more of a color. This is the best time to do it. It can also help keep your lines nice and straight. And then once you're to this point where it's looking really close to being finished with all of your felting, go ahead and start using your scissors to trim any of the loose fibers that are coming from your project. And then after you've done that, continue with finishing to felt your heart. Alright, that's it. I promise you can make these too. If you have any more questions, don't forget to leave those for me below. And if you end up making something, please be sure and tag me in it online so I can see it and share some love with you guys. And if there's something that you want to see me create, go ahead and leave that in the comments too, and I might just create it next. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure and give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye! Look, he's just still running through my videos like when he was knee crawler through them. Do you want to be excited?